I'm going to show you how to make a fake stained glass window. It's pretty simple, takes a few supplies. You're going to need some scratch paper. I just use regular typing paper because it's what I had on hand. You will also need wax paper, Sharpie, scissors, tape or glue stick, and crayons. Now, lots of people have crayons floating around in their house that maybe are broken or you don't have a whole lot of use for anymore. If you have a pencil sharpener, I bought one at the Dollar Tree. It's a little handheld pencil sharpener. You can sharpen your crayons in there and you'll get all those shavings. Some sites will tell you to use a cheese grater. I'm going to tell you right now, if you use your parents' cheese grater, not a good idea. Yeah, about that. Okay, the other thing you're going to need is an adult. Because we're going to be using an iron today on a fairly low setting, but still, adults are good. All right, so to get started, you want to use your construction paper. And I took a piece of black construction paper and just cut it into quarters because I wanted to make a smaller project for expediency. You could make this as big as a whole sheet of construction paper if you wanted to, your decision. So what I do is I take my piece of paper and I fold it in half so that I can draw half of a window shape. Now, for my example that I'll show you here in a second, I chose to fold like a Gothic style window shape, right? You could choose to do a different kind of window shape. It's up to you. But for this one, I'm going to do the same window shape. So I use my Sharpie, draw my window shape. And, yep, you can see it. It's really funny to me that my black paper and my purple shirt are the same color, whatever. Anyway, then we're going to cut it out. This will help you to not make the stained glass piece that's going to go in the window too big. Gives you kind of a guide to go by. All right, so I've cut my shape out and I have a little arched window shape right there. Okay, then you're going to get your wax paper. I folded it in half so that the super waxy shiny side is inside. And then I drew on the outside, and I drew a flower so that it would look similar to my example here. Not exactly, but the same, but similar. If you don't want to do a flower, you don't have to do a flower. You could do a tree, you could do a car, you could do any number of things, or you could just make lines. It's up to you. All right, then this is the beginning of the tricky part. I'm going to take one piece of paper and put it down. And I'm not using my ironing board right now. I'm using just my table with a couple of towels on top. No tablecloth. Just a couple towels, the piece of paper. And I'm going to open it up so that the picture is on the bottom. Okay? Shiny side up. Good. Then we're going to take very small pinches of the crayon shavings. And let's see if I can scoot it out. I don't know where we're going to do this at. Okay, very small pinches of the crayon shavings. I'm going to put them on there. And it does not take much, believe me. You can go with the tiniest little amount of crayon shavings. And it's going to spread out as it melts with the iron. Now, some people are a little bit more perfectionist than others. I like to try not to mix my colors. So I kind of sweep the colors out of the way if they land way out of the zone. Okay. I don't know if I can show that to you. We can try. Nope, you can't see it very good. There you go. Just a little bit. I'm gonna finish adding the colors and then I'll show you again. So I have a little bit of green for the leaves. And then I chose to mix 2 colors of blue for the background glass. All right. I'm gonna put on my background blue. Again, just a little bit, but otherwise your colors will bleed all together and it will look funky. If you use too much, you also run the risk of the wax like oozing out the sides. There's a good word that's children appropriate. Oozing out the sides. And we don't want that because it's messy. All right, here we go. So as you can see, just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to fold my wax paper very carefully over, and I'm going to get another piece of scratch paper to put on top. I'm doing this to protect the iron. Not everybody has a craft iron. I'm lucky. I have 2. I have fabric iron and craft iron. I've got this on the lowest setting, and I'm going to just do 1 slow swipe across the piece on top of the paper. 1 slow swipe. And as you can see, the wax kind of leaks through that paper a little bit, which is why I'm using a craft iron. Okay, so let's see how that turned out. Ooh, pretty good. Pretty good. You can go back and swipe again the opposite direction if you want to. That's up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and do that just to maybe even out the smear a little bit. Ah, there we go. Okay, so there's that part. Then you can use your glue stick or tape to stick it to the back of your window shape. Now, if you chose to not do a flower, I'm just gonna throw some colors on this one with the lines. Let's see what happens. We're gonna put some green on there. I'm gonna put some of the blue on there. And then I'm gonna take these other 2 colors and kind of sprinkle them on there, just willy-nilly wherever, right? Right? All right, here we go. Fold it in half. Put your piece of scratch paper. Oops, I forgot to put one underneath. Slide one underneath really quick. Put one on top really quick. And here we go. I can hear it in there popping and snapping. Smeared both directions. And voila. Just a stained glass piece. There we go. All right, so get it taped on the back. You can hang it up in a window and the light will shine through it. Fake stained glass. Hope you enjoyed.